I'm gonna share it on mine and then I'll share it into the group going
Okay.
live now. Okay, almost ready. Yay! It is Wellness Wednesday, and I'm so excited to have my business partner and one of my besties, Stephanie, to be doing this call with us today. Thanks for taking the time, Stephanie, to tell us all about your amazing products and your new venture that you've been working on. I'm so excited to learn more.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on today. This is fun. Um,
Yeah.
okay, well, I can tell everybody a little bit about myself and a little bit about my story, I suppose, and how I got to where I currently am, which has been a bit of a wild ride, to be totally honest. But I am a herbalist and a mom. I am on a mission to help keep families healthy. I am specializing in the immune system and digestive system, making herbal remedies. So, including my signature product, my potent elderberry syrup kits, which is the first product that I think I ever actually created. Callie's got one right there. And
Yeah.
then some other handcrafted herbal products I've been working on. So I've just been focused on really keeping wellness simple and effective for everybody. And so my background actually starts in the beauty industry. So I have been a makeup and hair artist since 2006. And it was in about 2012 that I decided, this these products, like, there's no way that some of this stuff is good for us. I don't know. It's that's kind of when I started questioning things and started doing some digging and looking into things and realized that the products that we're putting not only on our bodies but in our bodies, there's just so much um there's so many toxins that are in them. And, like, it's maybe certain ingredients are okay in small doses, but when you have it in all these different products, it just becomes like this toxic overload in your body. And it causes all sorts of things like hormone disruption is a really big major one, especially women. Like, most of us are walking around with unbalanced hormones, and maybe we don't even realize that's the cause of the multitude of problems that we might be experiencing in our bodies. And then there's the digestive system issues, and that can cause a bunch of different problems, including your immune system.
Right.
And so if you find that you're sick quite often, there could be an underlying issue right there as well. And then also, a lot of the issues inside us come out through our skin. And so that kind of works into the whole beauty side. And so when I started going down this rabbit hole of understanding what's actually going in and on our bodies, I um, realized that not only was I cleaning up my own products that I use on myself, but I wanted to clean up what I was using on my clients. And so in 2012, I took my first herbalist course, the Chartered Herbalism Diploma course. And then in 2013, when I decided to establish my own company, I tossed my entire professional makeup kit and replaced it with safer products. And back then, there wasn't as many options that are available today. We have so many different wonderful options that are available today. Back then, it was a little more challenging, but there were a few brands that started to pop up relatively around the same time that I decided to do this. And so it's been quite that journey of being like the first makeup artist that I know of, at least in like the Vancouver area, that decided to go more toxin free, cruelty free, and really be more conscious of what I was putting on my clients while maintaining good quality. Because my product, like the makeup still needed to last all day for brides. So that was a factor that went into my choices as well. But through this, I took the herbalist program mostly for myself, actually. So I never really set out to have a career as an herbalist or to create a bunch of products and make a whole business out of it. Like, I wanted to do it for myself because I was on this journey where I wanted to be healthier and I was aware of the things that are in our products. And so I wanted something better for myself and my family. And so I started making these elderberry syrup kits. I don't remember what year, to be honest, but there was some point that I started making them for myself. And I shared it with some family, and then I ended up sharing it with some friends. And then, they started sharing it with people because the stuff actually worked.
Yes.
And that's kind of the snowball effect. So I started creating more of these and it picked up. And then in 2022, I moved away from my hometown and then I stopped making them. And last year, I decided I was going to start again because the last couple of years have been some of the most challenging years for me in business and mentally and just so many different things. And as I was pivoting my business, so I was shifting out of personally doing hair and makeup services. I still have my wonderful team who I appreciate so, so very much. But I was personally shifting out of that stage in my life and realizing this was not something that was sustainable for me. And you know what? It's okay because you don't have to be married to whatever career you chose for the rest of your life if you've decided at some point it's just not working for you. It's not serving you anymore. And so I kind of went back to my herbal stuff and started making these kits again and started talking about it a lot more. And since I did that it was September, October last year, 2024, and I've had such amazing feedback, so many repeat customers coming back, so many amazing, like just the things that people were saying, like how much I've helped them and how it's prevented them from getting sick or their symptoms have been like much, much less than what they normally would have been. So it feels really good to be able to help people. And that's what I realized I wanted to do. I've always known I wanted to help people, but I think I could never figure out where I wanted to help people. Like there's so many things that I've tried. I have tried a lot of different things because I'm not afraid of trying something new. And and I guess you could call it failing, but I call it learning lessons. So I've had a lot of learning lessons over the past few years, which has led me to where I am now, which is actually I'm submitting my applications to get my products approved with Health Canada.
Yay!
That's a
That is
really big step. So
amazing.
I've decided to take that commitment into this business because I love my herbs and I've started opening up my books again and reading what I had learned in my course and seeing where the gaps are and what I need to learn because my focus has been the immune system and I love that and I want to focus on the digestive system, which goes hand in hand, and share a little bit more about, how they work together because they really do. Um, and sorry, I had something pop up. Uh, distracted. But yeah, they work hand in hand together. And so I really want to show people how that kind of goes full circle back into your skin as well.
Right.
As you start to have your digestive system working better, your immune system is stronger, it can alleviate some of the symptoms that are showing up in your skin. And then, of course, it can also work on balancing out hormones. And like, there's so many different things that your digestive system can do on its own. And so I'm really here to help support people. And I'm getting into herbal consulting. So creating more custom products and custom plans for people based on their specific needs. Because it's not really a one size fits all. Like, yes, I have my elderberry syrup kits and I have my herbal cough syrup kit and I have this wonderful healing balm that I made, but it's not a one size fits all. Like there could be an ingredient in my elderberry syrup kit that maybe contraindicates with a medication that you're taking or a specific like illness that you might have, and you can't have that herb because of XYZ, right? So I'm able to make custom based remedies off of that so that everybody has access to effective herbal medicine.
I'm excited. So let's talk a little bit about it because I personally use your elderberry syrup kit. I love it. I literally could drink the whole bottle, and I know I'm not supposed to, but it's just so darn good. So let's talk a little bit about the ingredients and what is in each product because I have all of the products here, and then we're going to talk about how people can purchase the product. And I love the fact that we're working with some amazing other people, and hopefully you're going to add some new products into your products that are coming up in the near future. I already see the future coming. And that's what I love about our referral network is we have access to such really cool people and really cool products. And I love, the fact that you've taken this on and that you're actually going for your NPN number. I'm so proud of you, Stephanie, for everything that you've done. Not only for everything that you've done to help us and be part of our referral network and believe in, what we're creating to help humanity, but you're taking it a step further and actually creating products to help heal humanity. Like that's a pretty big deal. So let's talk about the first product. So let's talk about the elderberry syrup kit. What's in it? How do you use it?
All right, so I have put together a blend of herbs that I feel has just been super powerful. And if you go to my website, you can see the reviews that I've had, and I've had other messages and stuff that I've shared throughout my socials. But it's not just elderberry syrup. So let's talk more about what makes my kit different versus the elderberry syrup that you can buy in the store. So first of all, the elderberry syrup you can buy in the store is typically only elderberry and maybe one or two other ingredients. And you're buying the pre-made liquid, which is usually that 250 milliliters, usually about 250 milliliters. And the average price I've seen is anywhere from like $20 to $35. Okay. So remember that for 250 milliliters. So my kits not only are more cost effective, because each kit is costing $18 and makes 500 milliliters of syrup, but it also contains more ingredients in it. So elderberry is actually not something that is generally recommended to take daily for a long period of time. So what makes my kit different is it's not all elderberry. It's a number of other ingredients that are making it into a remedy that's you can take throughout the winter
Right.
because it is super high in vitamin C, which is a vital vitamin to help fight off unwanted cold and flu symptoms. So that's been proven. Everybody knows about vitamin C, okay? So when you're taking this, you can eliminate your vitamin C because it already is so high in that. And so elderberry has its own bioflavonoids and other proteins in the juice that help destroy the ability of cold and flu viruses to actually infect a cell. And so that's why it's so effective for cold and flus. And so what I've done is I've gone a little bit further and I've added rose hips, which is it has the highest vitamin C content than any other herb out there. And so that's giving your vitamin C daily. And then hibiscus is also really high in vitamin C, but it provides a really great flavor for the syrup. And so even kids love it. My kids love it.
I like
You
putting
just said
putting it
you
in
love
the
it and you
elderberry
want to drink
syrup.
it all the time.
I put it in my tea. I love
Yeah.
putting the syrup in my tea.
Yeah, you can totally take your dose and pour it into some hot water and drink it as a tea instead, whatever you're into. And then I've also added ginger and echinacea, which are very well known in various cold and flu remedies. So that makes a really great addition to it. And then I added cloves, which is most commonly used as a spice, but it does have some antibacterial, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory properties to it. So it's not just elderberry. It works out to about 47% elderberry per dose, and then the rest of the ingredients follow. So if you had an elderberry syrup that was much, much higher in elderberry, it's probably not something you're going to want to take daily. You're only going to want to take that when you feel those symptoms coming on and then taking it until those symptoms disappear. Whereas this one, I formulated it so that it can be taken daily without any negative side effects because it is a lower dose of elderberry and strengthen your immune system daily and then prevent yourself from either getting any symptoms at all or significantly reducing those symptoms.
Right.
And so I've had multiple people tell me this, so I'm not just making stuff up.
Awesome. Okay. So let's talk about how do we make the elderberry syrup kit?
So yeah, it's a kit. So it comes with all the raw herbs. So
The
you're going
instructions are on the back, by the way. So once you order it, it does
to,
have the instructions, but I just want people to understand how simple and easy it is to have this amazing herbal remedy that you keep in the fridge for when your kids or you get sick. You can actually just go into your fridge and it's already ready to go, and you just take a couple shots of it. But I'll
yeah.
let Steph explain how to make it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's super simple. And like Callie said, the instructions are on every kit. It's also on my website. So if you've ever tossed out the package and forget the dosage, all of that stuff is on the website. So you can always refer back to it at any time. But the package comes with all of the raw herbs. And so the only thing you're going to need to add is water and honey or maple syrup or whatever you would like for sweetener. And so the amazing thing about the do-it-yourself kit here too versus the store-bought syrup is that you can control how sweet or how not sweet you want to have your kit. So how much sugar you're putting into it in the end. And so you'll bring 4 cups of water to a boil and then add your herbs to it. And you want to let this simmer for about 30 to 45 minutes. You essentially want the liquid to reduce to about half. And then you're going to strain those herbs, let it cool a little bit. And while it's still warm is when you're going to add your honey. If you're going to be giving this to a child under 12 months, they should not consume honey. So using maple syrup or an alternative sweetener would be best. And then I always say start with a little and then just add more to taste. So I start with like 3 tablespoons usually, and then kind of go from there to what I want to taste. But you can add up, I would say add in up to a cup of honey,
Mm.
and then just allow
I
it to cool. Label it
yeah.
and then keep it in your fridge. It will have a shelf life of approximately 3 to 6 months, and that's with a 20% sugar content. So if you're using less sweetener, then it might not stay as long. If you're using the 1 cup, then it could last up to 6 months. And you can always freeze it into ice cubes. You can always make gummies out of it too. Like I can give you the gummy bear recipe that I have that I got from Wellness Mama, actually. So it's not my recipe, and I do not take credit for it. When I send it out, it does say it's from Wellness Mama. But you can do a few different things with it to help preserve it. So keeping it in the freezer is probably one of the best ways, so you can just pull as much out as you need, and then you're not wasting it. Because the last
Awesome.
thing you want is to go back to it in a few months and there's a little bit of mold in it and you can't use it anymore. And
No.
that's
There's no way it'll last that long because it tastes so darn good. Trust me, it doesn't, you won't have it for
yeah,
that
like if
long
it's an
because it's
adult,
so yummy.
so
All right, so let's talk about
yeah,
the
so
next product.
making it is about 16, no, it's about 33 doses.
Hmm.
So for an adult dose, it's about
Awesome.
33 doses.
Awesome. Oh, that's our
So
angel
that could
number.
last you a month, or if you end up with a slight little bit of something and you need to take extra, it'll last you a little less than a month.
Oh, I love how our angel number shows up even when we don't ask it to.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
33.33. That's
Oh,
literally
that's
what comes out.
amazing. Okay,
500
so
divided by 15.
right. Okay, so let's talk about your newest product that just came out. And I haven't had the pleasure of trying this one yet, but it sounds really amazing. I should have actually made this when I had the really bad cough that I just recently got over. But let's talk about this product.
Yeah, so this one I created specifically for coughs and sore throats, although I have had people tell me that elderberry syrup does help with it too. But this one is specific to bad coughs, specifically a dry cough. So it's got elderberries, wild cherry bark, slippery elm, licorice root, and ginger. And so elderberry, of course, immune boosting and antiviral properties. And then wild cherry bark is a natural cough suppressant and throat soother. So it's quite often used in herbal cough syrup remedies. And then slippery elm and marshmallow root both coat and protect the throat and ease irritation. So coughing is going to cause all of that irritation. So this is going to help. This is something that's going to help and soothe that irritation. And licorice root helps loosen the mucus and supports lung health. So the
Cool.
ingredients all kind of like work together to really do what it's supposed to do. And like there's of course other things that you can do at home that are a little bit more simple, like Honey lemon tea is such a fantastic remedy for sore throats. But these ingredients are specifically helping coat and protect the throat.
So
And
I have a
so
question.
when you are coughing, and like the wild cherry bark is a cough suppressant. So as you're taking that, you'll notice that you're coughing less. And everybody is different. Like it's really hard to say like it's gonna do this when everybody is different. But for myself, what I noticed when I had a cough, I took it, and the next day my cough was almost non-existent. And so that's huge for me
Okay, I
because
got a question. So,
I don't got time to be sick. I don't know about the rest of you
oh,
guys,
no,
but
we definitely
good for
don't.
me.
Last
Uh,
week sucked.
yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. So if somebody had this on hand, but they didn't want to make the full syrup kit, but they wanted to add like use one of those little floaty tea bag things and like add some of this into their like lemon and honey tea, could they do that as well?
No, so this is formulated to be a full kit, so you make the
Okay.
whole thing, and again, you can freeze it.
Okay.
So whatever's not being used, you can just freeze.
So it's recommended to make the whole kit and then freeze it
Yeah,
or put it in the fridge for a later date.
it's not a tea.
Got it. Cool.
Mm-mm.
Awesome.
I could,
Okay.
I could make a
Uh,
tea. I have other remedies that I'm working on.
yes.
We'll say that. But this one is specific to make it as a kit, and then whatever you don't use, you're going to store it in the freezer. So it's like making the elderberry syrup kit. So the same kind of idea,
Cool.
but this
Okay.
is
One
targeted
more.
toward.
Let's talk about this one. This is the newest
Okay.
one.
So
I haven't even got a chance to smell it because I don't want to open it because this is for your customers, but I'm really excited to learn about this one because this is one of the newer ones too. So tell me all
yeah, yeah. Okay. So this one's an interesting one. So I created it in November. And I wanted something for like um bug bites and like cuts and scrapes, burns, like any sort of like skin condition like rashes, bee stings, something that was great for like rosacea and psoriasis, eczema, like anything to do with the skin. And so I made it fairly simple, but it's very like healing and calming ingredients. So I've got St. John's wort and plantain herb and a little bit of calendula and chamomile, and it's infused into olive oil. So it's a very, very simple but super effective solve. And I decided to call it the chill and heal balm.
I love
Although
it.
people look at it and they're like, it says it's chilly and heal. What? I'm like, oh, maybe I should change that. I
Or
don't
you could
know.
add mint and then it'll be chill.
chill,
Yeah.
chill and heal. So it's chill and heal. But it's designed to reduce inflammation and calm and soothe the skin and aid in healing. So it's a great first aid kit product for your first aid kit in your bathroom. Take it with you, use it on everything. So other uses that I've been told is dry lips. And so
Oh,
I've obviously tried out all these different uses that people are telling me about. But dry lips, so if your lips are super dry and cracking, if you put this on, it is instant,
oh,
like
that's awesome.
instant soothing benefits. Yeah, just absolutely amazing. And you're not gonna have to repeatedly put it on like 1,000 times a day, like some of those lip balms that are out there,
Yeah.
those chapsticks that are
So
probably full
this is
that
like
aren't actually soothing
a
the
double
hands.
whammy, because it has the beeswax and it has olive oil. I know a lot of people that use olive oil for their skin and for their hair too. So it's
Yeah,
obviously good for you.
this is just like olive oil on steroids because it's infused with some really amazing herbs.
Awesome.
So yeah, I've had people tell me they use it for their lips and it's been super, super effective for dry lips. And like I said, you're not repeatedly putting it on 1,000 times a day.
Mhm.
It does what it's gonna do. Like it does what it needs to do and it completely soothes your lips. I've seen like other chapsticks and lip balms and whatever you want to call it. And I think a lot of them are designed to make you have to apply it over and over and over again to get you to use it. It's all marketing. Like all these companies, they just want as much money from you as they can at the end of the day. And so I feel like some of these balms are designed to do that. And I don't know about everybody that's watching this, but I have tried, I mean, I can't even tell you how many lip balms I've tried out there, like all the natural ones, herbal based, like whatever. And I think there's only been one brand that I have found where the lip balm actually goes on nicely and feels like it's doing what it needs to do. The rest of them were either really hard and like I put it on, it was just really difficult, like it didn't glide on
Super
nice. It was
waxy.
part of the formula,
Yeah.
or other ones that were too soft and they just melted apart.
Right.
And so I found it really hard to find that really nice balance of something that actually works. And so when I was told that this worked as a lip balm, I thought, you know what, maybe I'll make one. And then I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do that because I like multi-purpose products.
Hmm.
I like to have one product that does a lot of different things. And that is this one. I have other people that are telling me they're using it all over their face at night,
Yeah.
and their skin absolutely loves it.
Awesome.
And
So,
then I've had many parents tell me they've used it on their babies' rashes. Like any marks that any like rash looking things, they've used it on their babies. So I love how it's a multi-purpose product, and I'm gonna leave it like that because it's one product that does multiple different things. So keep one
right.
in your purse, keep one in your first aid kit, keep one in your bathroom. Like just have one with you at all times because whatever happens on the skin, it's probably gonna help.
Yeah, I love that. So let's talk a little bit about it. So if anybody's just catching this now, the live, we're talking to Stephanie and her amazing herbal company that she has going on, S and Co. And you can, she's gonna share, we're gonna put the link to her website after the call so you guys can go and check out and order all her products. If you're local in Vancouver, I have the products here so you can pick them up from me as well. I got all the good ones here. And she only has one left of the herbal balm, the balm, the heal and chill balm or chill and heal balm. There's only one left. So if this is something that's interested to you, get it now before it's gone because this is the last one. Um,
I will bring more to you for sure.
Yes, she's making more products and she's also making some new products as well. So I'm super excited to see all of the amazing formulas that she comes out with. I mean, the elderberry syrup has really, really helped me and in my entire household, actually. I mean, it's just done wonders for my health. I even feel more energy when I take it, which is a really good thing. So let's what's your website? How can people reach you? I know that you have an email on here, so if people have questions, they can reach out to you as well.
Yeah, and I'm redoing the labels too. So labels are gonna have the website on it. I'm kind of just, I'm still in the process of doing that pivot and figuring out how I'm gonna make this fit into because I'm S and Co Beauty Group, which started as a makeup and hair business, doing makeup and hair services. But beauty is more than just what we see on the surface, right? And so I think I've always felt that because my very first name for my company before I've changed the name 4 times, believe it or not. But the very first name I chose was OMG Health and Beauty. So OMG stood for Organic Makeup Girl because that's where I was going with the
That.
organic makeup. And then Health and Beauty because I knew I wanted to have some sort of health portion with it because that's very me. Like I love like the healthy products, and so I thought I would incorporate that in. And then it shifted a couple times, and I've ended up at S and Co Beauty Group. And so I intentionally put group in there because it's more like I didn't want to name anything that was just makeup and hair related. And so I put beauty group because it incorporates all of beauty
Right.
as a whole. And so I'm focused a lot more on what's going on the inside and healing the skin rather than putting makeup and doing your hair. That's not really my focus, although my team does take care of that. So you can absolutely still get those services from us.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so S and Co Beauty Group. And so we can I'll get Callie to put the website on the description so that you guys can go and check out what I have. And I'm actually adding some tinctures to my website either today or tomorrow. I got to get them up, but they're mushroom tinctures. I don't make them, but somebody local to me does. And I also believe in if I can find a product that I love enough, why make it myself? So I'm not going to be making mushroom tinctures. I'm going to get them from the local lady right down the road from me that makes some fabulous ones. I take her lion's mane tincture every day now, and it's great. So I'm going to add that to my website so that you guys have access to those as well. But they're fabulous. She has a mushroom farm here in the Okanagan
I
and
would
grows.
come.
And so it's great. She makes some really awesome stuff. So I'm going to add that up onto my site so that you can get it from me as well. And then, as Callie said, if you want to pick up in Surrey, you can always mark that on my website. I do have pickup options in Lake Country and in Surrey, and I can bring it down on my next trip, or I also do shipping now as well, and those shipping options are available on the website. I don't come down there as often, and the tinctures, for the most part, I won't be stocking. I'll be picking them up as I go um, until things grow. Like I'll reevaluate if I start getting like multiple orders of it every week and I need to keep some on hand, then I obviously will. But I'm just kind of in that seeing how it goes stage and making that commitment to apply for my NPN numbers. So
Awesome.
that
So,
big step of making that commitment to this part of my business, which I'm so excited for.
so if people have a specific question, they can reach you at this email right here.
Yep.
It's herbals at scobeautygroup.grp.ca. So I'm gonna actually put this in the comments. So if you guys have a specific question, please reach out to Stephanie. She's happy to answer it for you. She's working on doing some custom stuff for certain people as well. If there's something that you need for your health, then she's doing some consultations and things like that too, which is I'm so excited for this for her. And we have 5 elderberry kits and 3 cough syrup kits and 1 balm left in Surrey in Vancouver area. If you'd like to get these, please get a hold of us right away. We'll put the link to her group and we'll put the link to link to her website so you can purchase the product and the link to her email if you have questions about the products so you can reach out to Stephanie directly. Most of you know her. I've already introduced her some people on Facebook that had some questions as well. And let's support Stephanie in her journey. And I'm so grateful to be working with her and providing all these amazing products for people in their health.
Yeah, I'll post, we can put my group link up too.
Yeah,
So if you want to come and check out, I have so much that I've posted in my group if you're looking for like healthy makeup and toxin-free products. I still post a little bit of that, but if you could just go into my group and search things, you'll find so much information that I have posted over the years. And then now you'll see a lot more of the herbal stuff that I'm posting. So not just products that I'm making, but just the ingredients in general. Like my recent post was about dandelions and the bees
I
because
seen
it
that.
is spring and the dandelions are coming out and the bees are coming out and that's one of their first sources of food. And dandelions have so many benefits as well. So I shared something, like don't just run out there and pick them or spray them with some toxic crap that's going to kill the bees later. Like, let's learn about what this dandelion is. And you know what? There's so much more I could have written because it's actually even beneficial to your garden and the soil. But that's going to be a whole nother thing that I can get into another time. But there's so many benefits of dandelion as it is. So I would recommend you go and check that post out. And if there's something you want to know more about, I'm happy to create more posts and share more knowledge and information that I have. And as I continue to review all of the materials that I've learned from my course and kind of refresh my memory, I'm going to start sharing more as I'm getting deeper into it.
I love it. I love it. And the one thing that I do know is the there is a plant or herb that can literally help you with anything that you're dealing with. And all of these amazing things that have been put on our planet are for a reason. So with anything that you've learned here today, we'll send you the link to Steph's group, we'll send you the website, we'll send you her email, reach out to her, get your questions answered. And let's support Stephanie on this amazing journey that she's on. I'm so excited for you to be going down this route and getting your natural health number. I'm so proud
Thank
of you,
you.
girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and if anyone is like even like taking medications and you're not sure if you can take these products, reach out to me because I can take a look as well. I always all my products do say reach out to your doctor before taking herbal remedies, but the problem I have with that is that you really need to be reaching out to like a
Yes.
naturopathic doctor or even an herbalist like myself because a lot of like the medical doctors, the MDs, I think you would call them, they don't study herbs. They don't really know. So they might just give you an answer that may not be the correct answer. And I can't say this for all of them because some of them have taken the time to learn a little bit more. Just my personal experience with doctors has just been absolutely terrible. But You know, like if you are taking medications, let's make sure that none of the ingredients are going to contraindicate with the medications that you're taking, or if you have any specific diseases that you're taking that medication for, that could be another thing too, because all the different herbs, they do something in the body, right? So we just want to make sure that you're being safe with them, because just because something is natural does not mean it's safe. Okay,
Right.
that is like my big statement of today. Just because it's natural does not mean it's safe. There are plants out there that will kill you.
Right.
Like
Yes.
there are plants out there that will kill you, and it's natural and it grows in the ground. Okay, so just because something is natural does not mean it's safe. Just keep that in mind for the rest of your life, for literally anything that you come across.
Right. Awesome. Well, I think that's a perfect end for our Wellness Wednesday call. Thank you for being my special guest. And we'll make sure to put Steph's all of the information in the chat just after this call, so you can go and look at her website, learn more about her products. She's also adding some new ones on there as well. And this is an evolution. So new things are gonna be keep popping up, and she's gonna have a new thing to tell us about the next time. And it's really important that you take the understanding to learn about your health, learn about the products that are beneficial to your health, and get your questions answered so you can make the correct decision. That's what's so important, is don't just randomly take a whole bunch of products without learning more about them, and if they are beneficial or if they are not beneficial or counteracting with something that you're taking, like she said. So thanks for taking the time. Again, this replay, if you missed the full presentation, you can go back and watch the live, and it'll also be on our YouTube channel at Beauty Referral. So it's everything's short and sweet now. It's just Beauty Referral. You can find us everywhere, and we're gonna make sure to put all of her website and information in the chat.
Yeah, fantastic. And make sure you drink enough water.
Right. Always drink your water.
Well, thanks for having me. I hope everybody enjoyed that and learned something out of this session today. And feel free to reach out to me anytime.
Awesome. Thanks, Steph.